Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Going up top on first down. Gets it out fast. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Quick completion to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Handoff to the lone back. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
That's caught. It's Wicks. Touchdown, Huskers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man quickly. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They're going back to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They
ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man all by himself. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Fires downfield. Pulls it in. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The give to the back. Powers through the defender. They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Makes the grab on the shovel.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Nebraska 14, Georgia 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's running in the open. He's at the 10. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That one comes out hot down the right side. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. It made it look pretty easy.
They'll throw it on first down. Dances away from the heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quick strike complete. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Huskers are rolling down the field. The aerial assault continues. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the marker. It's quick. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down.
And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw on second down. Quickly complete. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
He looks that one in nicely, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Hey, quarterback, dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man downfield. Can anyone catch him? Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now first and goal. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
A great play by the defense there. Backed up in their own end. Offense trying to go jet sweep. But you see the defenders, they knew exactly who was getting the football, and they made the tackle right away.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Dogs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on him.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Potts.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's a draw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Give to the running back. Just ran him over. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. At midfield, he's got room. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Motion from the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. space at the 25. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
14.
Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood.
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quick completion on the out route. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This guy is officially a problem. The second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Buffalo. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Looking for a huge play. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Feeling some heat. Coming after him. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. Job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's
another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15, and the returner is stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They're getting this guy lathered up. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter.
Georgia, 61. Nebraska, 21.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get to it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Got his man. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're Absolutely. Slide. Don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Well, the running back made the catch, but that was only part of the equation. He was out of bounds. It's incomplete. Third down.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Georgia going up tempo.
Brings up fourth down.
They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W?
And he's thrown another interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Using the quick game. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Got room at the 35. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They'll run the screen. At the 45 on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. The sweet feet buy a little time. Go to the end zone. It's picked off. And he ends up taking a safety.
Oh, and those are one of those plays where you just start scratching your head. You're like, wait a minute, you're going the wrong way. It was a nice interception, but Ncaautl lost his bearings, lost his compass, lost his mind, whatever he lost, and he goes the wrong way. I promise you, all week that will be shown in the defensive meeting rooms, and they will be laughing and pointing and making fun of the young man for going the wrong way.
Unloads it downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, they convert. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to pass it on second down. He unleashes a long one. Oh, what a grab by the defense. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backwards. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Line gets set. First down. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He's taking a deep shot. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.